presentation of Fox Sports.
We are the Fourth. We are so.
For the final time in 2016, we join you from beautiful San Francisco, California, where today the Braves try to take 2 out of 3 from the Giants and head home with a winning road trip. Another capacity crowd has gathered. Beautiful day for baseball. It's the Braves, it's the Giants. It's Game 3 next. Hi again, friends. Joe and Chip, welcome to the ballpark. Mike Fultonevich, a huge step forward yesterday. He threw a beautiful ball game as the Braves won 3-1 behind a Matt Kemp 3-run homer. Now it's time for another young Brave starter to make a step forward. That's Aaron Blair. He gets the ball today.
Remember, Matt Wisler made a good start the other day when he came back from Gwinnett. Well, Aaron Blair gets his turn today. His start against the Giants on June 2nd was a rough one against this ball club, but he got shut out. He got no run support. So he'll come back from Gwinnett today hoping to locate his fastball, use his slider, and get off to a good start in the first couple of 3 innings.
Not an easy assignment for Aaron Blair. He's got to face Madison Bumgarner, who's been good but not great for the Giants of late.
Yeah, this is action against the Braves when he went 7 2/3 of shutout baseball at Turner Field. He was dealing with his fastball, his cutter, his breaking ball. He was really tough on the left-handers, as you can see. But it wasn't just his arm that was working that day. He had some other things up his sleeve other than 2 walks and 11 strikeouts. He was swinging the bat, too, and hit a home run that day.
1 of 3 that Aaron Blair gave up, and there you see the numbers for Madison Bumgarner. Tough at home, tough in the daytime.
How about that? A 1.35 ERA during the day and a 1.88 opponent's batting average. That says it all right there.
The Braves are ready to head home. They'd love to head home with a winning road trip and a series victory over the Giants. We'll get to first pitch, starting lineups on a perfect day for baseball in San Fran right after this.
Atlanta Braves baseball is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day.
Park. Madison Bumgarner's got the ball for the Giants. Ender Inciarte is going to lead off for Brian Snitker and the Braves. First pitch of the afternoon is off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. .68 degrees on August 28th in Frisco. Love it. Out of play.
Yeah, get better than that on a beautiful sunny day. Madison Bumgarner is a big horse. 27 years old, 6'5", 250 out of Hickory, North Carolina. First round pick by the Giants in '07. Day games, not too shabby. His career since 2013.
Ender hitting .280 for the year, 3 homers, 23 knocked in, 2 for 7 in the series. Braves have a handful of lefties in there against the left-handed Bumgarner. See how that works out. And a shot hit toward right center field's going to get down, and that's going to roll all the way to the fence. Ender's around second. He's on his way to third. It's going to be a leadoff triple for Ender Inciarte.
Woo! That ball was spanked. Looked like a fastball. And boy, did he square this up. He's now hitting 9 straight again. Fastball up and out over the plate. Looked like Span was going to track it down. Didn't get there. It was hit too hard. Great opportunity for Atlanta right away.
5 triples for Ender. That brings up Adonis Garcia hitting .263. And he pops one up, foul ground. Posey can't get there, nor can Brandon Belt. Strike 1.
That's the cutter, and he'll live in on the hands of the right-handed hitters all day. His fastball's in the low 90s. He's not a 95 to 97 guy. He's more 89 to 92, but an outstanding cutter, curveball, and changeup.
Nothing in 1 for Garcia. And that missed down and in. Stu Surewater is the home plate umpire today. Braves trying to put the first run on the board. Braves 28-25 when they score first. He went around. It's 1-2. Ender Inciarte with the 130th extra base hit for the Braves since the All-Star break. A much improved Atlanta offense. A lot of that because Ender's done a great job leading off. Pitch. Missed low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bumgarner's gone full. Freddie Freeman is on deck. Braves trying to play the role of the spoiler. San Francisco 2 games behind the Dodgers out west. Bumgarner ready with his 3-2. Because he couldn't hang on. And you can tell that Bumgarner is max effort. Hear him grunt with every pitch.
Well, his out pitch is the cutter, and he's not afraid to throw it in any count. It's very effective against right-handers, although they have done most of the damage long ball wise against him. He's given up 20 homers, 17 to right-handed hitters, but just a .212 overall average against him.
Adonis hanging tough.
Anything you see velocity-wise between about 86 and 88, maybe even 89, is pretty much the cutter.
Missed inside. Garcia earns a walk. First and third, nobody out.
You never know when a really good pitcher like Madison Bumgarner is going to just fire a complete game gem at you, but he has not pitched well lately. And his last 2 starts, an 8.10 ERA, 15 hits and 9 runs in 10 innings over his last 2 starts.
So here's Freddie Freeman, and fouled away. You want an answer as to why the Giants have the worst record in the second half of the season? Well, in games started by Bumgarner, Cueto, and Samardzija, the Giants are 7-17.
That's hard to believe. Hard for that man to believe.
Freddie Freeman, 3 hits in this series. He's got a 4-game hit streak, and he had a good cut. But he's behind 0-2. Ciarte led off with a triple. Adonis Garcia, a hard-earned walk. Bumgarner's about to make his 15th pitch.
So far, some real good patience on the part of the Braves, and a good battle by Garcia to foul off some pitches.
Freddie Freeman playing in his 21st career game here at AT&T Park. Another Western Division hitter's paradise for him. The pitch didn't get it. Something off speed, and Freeman's the first out.
Good hook. This guy's 3rd in the league in strikeouts behind Scherzer and Fernandez, so he can get out of this on his own if he needs to. Beautiful pitch.
That brings up Matt Kemp. 23 career homers against the Giants. That's more than any other active player in the major leagues. And his 3-run homer went to straightaway center last night and provided the margin for Mike Fultonevich. And a strike.
Well, once he got the strikeout, he knows he can get out of this if he can get a ground ball. Started him with a cutter, gets ahead in the count.
Fly ball toward right. Parker is there. There's the catch. And Ciarte tags. He's coming home. The throw's off target. And Garcia tagged up as well. A sacrifice fly by Matt Kemp scores the game's first run. It's 1-0.
Needed to get that run in. Got one. Now a chance to get a second. Parker played this. I mean, I know he just got called up, but he's been up and has played quite a bit for the Giants this year. He caught this flat-footed standing right under the ball. He had no momentum built up whatsoever. Bad footwork. Pulled him offline. Break for Atlanta because it wasn't that deep.
That brings up Nick Markakis with 21 runs batted in this month. And a squibber hit toward third. Nunez has it, and his throw to first is in time, and that retires the side. 21 pitches for Bumgarner. A leadoff triple is cashed in for Aaron Blair, who goes to work next. Runs scored since moving to the leadoff spot on August 5th. Here's the first run of the game off Madison Bumgarner. Now Aaron Blair goes to work, and hopefully it'll be a happy return for him today.
Well, you can see out of the windup he was just fine. 262 average, but it was after he got runners on base and working out of the stretch, things began to happen that he didn't like. So let's go to his 4 keys to pitching success, and these are straight from Roger McDowell today. He said when he was sent back, he wanted for Aaron to work on fastball location and to keep working on his slider. I didn't know that he had just started trying to throw a slider about 6 or 7 starts before he was sent down. So that's a new pitch. We'll see how it works today.
Denard Span leads off, and the first pitch is low and outside. Span has 4 hits in the series. You see his season numbers. And that missed low. 2-0. If Blair's had a trouble inning, it's been the first.
It is.
13 first inning runs allowed by Aaron Blair in his first 11 big league games. And he's promptly gone 3-0 to Span.
They're all just missing below the zone, though. That's not a bad sign in terms of where they're missing.
Span, Pagan, and Posey, the first 3. Ripped towards second and caught. Gordon Beckham a step or 2 to his left. Handle that hot smash. And Span's retired. 1 out.
Well, that'll make up for those off the end of the bat hits he got last night. You hit one hard and it gets caught. So after a 3-0 count, 1 away.
For Angel Pagan, the Giants left fielder. 9 homers, 43 knocked in. Pagan hitting .293 for the year. This is game number 97 for Angel Pagan. They have had more than their share of position player injuries this year. He's been in and out of the lineup a lot. Slap foul. And quickly 0-2.
I don't know how he's hitting anything.
It looks like a bail and whale swing.
It does. I mean, anything middle in, he's probably crushing. Like he got the pitch up and out over the plate the other night for a home run, but he's on his heels so much, and it's like he's got weights in his back pockets that are dragging him down. And he's hitting .293.
Swing and a miss. Blair got him with a sinker.
Good one.
And 2 up, 2 down. Pagan's retired on strikes, and here's Buster Posey, who did not start last night's game.
Good movement. 92. Lived there all day.
I think that's something else to follow too. Velocity. Blair in the minors was throwing 92 to 94. We didn't see a lot of that when he got to the Braves this year. So here's Posey. At the knees, 93 miles an hour. And a broken bat hit to left. Third hit of the series for Posey. And Brandon Crawford is coming up.
It looked like a slider. It was, but it just kind of hung out over the middle of the plate. Didn't hit it hard, but too much of the plate.
Crawford hit his 12th home run here last night. An opposite field shot right down the line at the 339 sign. That staked the Giants to a 1-0 lead, but they couldn't hang on. Crawford 3 for 8 in this series. Takes outside.
Aaron Blair is a very likable young man, and he's got good stuff. He just needs to have a major league win under his belt, get a little success, and take off from there, because the Braves need him and want him to be good. Good pitch. Good changeup.
You've used the word all spring, all summer, and you'll use it into the early days of autumn. Opportunity. This is a great chance for Aaron Blair to solidify a spot in this rotation down the road.
Yeah, and kind of erase everything that's happened.
Yeah.
You know, early in the year. There's been enough gap between then and now. Another good changeup.
Crawford can't believe he was rung up by Stu Sherwater. He wants an appeal, won't get it. And count 1-2.
Yeah, he did. Probably upset because he didn't ask for help.
So let's see if Blair can finish him off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Aaron fell behind, Span 3-0, got him to line out. Pagan struck out. Posey with a broken bat hit to left. Now a 1-2 pitch coming for the Giants shortstop. Whoa.
Man.
We have seen more missed strike calls on this road trip than any 7-game stretch I can remember. So Crawford gets a break. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Little dribble. Blair's got it with a bare hand and a strike to first.
Out of way.
Will retire the side. Shutdown inning for Aaron Blair. He leads Madison Bumgarner after 1.
Sports South is presented by your local Hyundai dealers.
The world famous sloop, the Flying Wasp, is down there somewhere.
How about that view, though? Man, oh man.
And what a gorgeous day. Not a cloud in the sky here in San Francisco. Packed house again. 474 in a row they'll count by the time the turnstiles are added up today. For Bumgarner versus Blair. Aaron got out of the first inning, allowing 1 hit with a strikeout. Braves got a leadoff triple from Ender Inciarte. He came home. See if Atlanta can add on here in the second inning. Frame starts with Anthony Recker.
Well, we know one family that's watching back in Braves country, and that's the Tim Hudson family, who are all good friends with the Bumgarner family. Madison and Tim became very good friends when Tim pitched out here. Maybe because they're both about the same size.
Yes. 2 balls and a strike. For the Braves catcher Anthony Recker. Swing and a fly ball hammered. Span on the run. He's still going. That ball is caught on the warning track right in front of the Yahoo sign. Recker hit it hard, but Denard Span tracked it down.
And I don't think Denard got a real good jump on that. He got a late start and still tracked it down. And Anthony Recker continues to hit the ball hard. And if he's not hitting doubles, he's hitting balls to the wall in his starts. Good swing. But Span had room to run it down. Only had to take 5 steps then to run into the wall.
Gordon Beckham, the batter. Gordon had a double over in Arizona. Maybe that'll get him going here over the final 5 weeks. Broken bat. Crawford at short. And strong throw. 2 outs.
There are a lot of things to like about Brandon Crawford. That last play is one of them. You'll see some shortstops who have to kind of swoop in on a slow roller and have some flash, throw on the run or throw sidearm. He got his feet under him. Watch this. He stood up, got his feet under him, and made a good throw.
2 outs for Chase Darno, who gets the start at shortstop today for Dansby Swanson. Nothing wrong physically with Dansby, but the Braves are picking and choosing spots to give him a little extra rest here and there. So he'll get 2 full days today and tomorrow's off day, then be ready to go against San Diego Tuesday night. You have to remember, Dansby's playing in more games now than he has at any point in his professional career or college for that matter. And he's done a nice job. So Darno gets a chance to play. And he just took a strike on a 3-0 pitch.
Well, it's no coincidence, too, that the days they're picking have been Scherzer, Greinke, and Bumgarner.
No question. Was on his way to first. However, it's a full count.
Backdoor cutter. It's a great pitch.
Strike 3 at the knees. Darno knew it. And from a 3-0 count, Bumgarner recovers to strike him out looking. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second. Brandon Belt leads off. The Giants trail by a run. By taking home a commemorative bobblehead brought to you by Grady Hospital. First 20,000 fans get a Chipper Jones 2000 All-Star Game bobblehead Saturday, September 10th when the Mets are in town. Go to Braves.com/tickets today.
Got a bobblehead here today. And the fans just gave a standing ovation to their TV broadcaster, radio broadcaster, Mike Krukow.
Fly ball ripped toward the triangle in right center field. That ball is going to bounce around the 421 mark. And Brandon Belt is on his way to third base with a stand-up triple. Belt couldn't start last night because of a sore neck. I guess it feels a lot better today.
He really ambushed a first pitch fastball. Got his arms extended. The good thing, he hit it to the wrong part of the ballpark. This is a home run anywhere else in this ballpark except right here. 421 to that corner.
So Jared Parker will get a chance to hit. Giants trying to patch together their right field position until Hunter Pence can come back. Marquis Hernandez started the first 2 games. Parker gets a chance to play today.
Yeah, it looks like they might platoon until Hunter's able to play. The Giants DL'd Derek Law, relief pitcher, today to make room for him.
Parker's got 5 homers, 11 RBIs, and a .248 average.
Good pitch. Parker was having a good year in AAA. 16 homers, hitting .273.
Little roller hit toward first. That's going to get the tying run home. Parker put it in play. That scores Belt, and it's a 1-1 score.
One ball gets hit 420 feet. The other one gets hit maybe 90 feet when it quit rolling. But it counts.
So we're tied with Joe Panik, the second baseman, coming up. All the way to the backstop. Ball 1.
Fastball location that was called to be away and almost hit him in the foot.
Fly ball, well hit right. Markakis will turn and admire that one. Joe Panik's 9th. Makes it 2-1 Giants.
Another fastball, fell behind 2-0 and delivered that one in the happy zone.
And it's a new career high for homers in a single season for Panik. He hit 8 last year. That was his 9th to put the Giants in front. Eduardo Nunez, acquired from the Twins at the deadline, was an all-star in the American League, hitting .220 with the Giants. Those are his combined numbers this year. He can play all over the infield. He's starting at third base today.
The difference between pitching and succeeding in the minor leagues and pitching and succeeding in the big leagues, among other things.
No, it's short scoops and fires.
But like that count to Panik. He fell behind 2-0 and threw a fastball down the middle. You've got to be able to use your secondary pitches at this level and have confidence that you can throw them for strikes or locate them in order to get swings and misses or weak contact. But when you fall behind 2-0 at this level, 3-1, and you feel the need to just throw a fastball down the middle, it won't work.
So here's Bumgarner, and you got to treat him like a middle of the order hitter.
I believe Tyler Flowers was saying that about Mike Foltynewicz last night. He was working both sides of the plate with all of his pitches.
Bumgarner with 3 home runs this year and a 174 average. He and Noah Syndergaard, the 2 National League pitchers with 3 homer seasons at the plate. Strike 3 ends the inning, and Blair has his second strikeout. Bumgarner doesn't mind. He knows that call will be.
He's making sure I get that pitch too
when he needs it next inning. 2-1 Giants, courtesy of a panic solo homer.
Baseball is sponsored by Delta Airlines, your local Ford dealer, and Xfinity. X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience sports.
That's a 9-foot-tall bronze statue honoring the great Willie McCovey outside the gates here in right field, right by McCovey Cove. One of 5 such statues.
The original Big Mac. Slider, good pitch, good call. Bumgarner didn't like it, and then he actually pointed his finger at Stu Surewater like, I better get that same pitch.
And once Stu stopped shaking because Bumgarner's a big man, he said, yes, sir. I understand why.
I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah, right? 0-2. Juan Marichal, Orlando Cepeda, Willie Mays, and Gaylord Perry also honored with statues outside beautiful AT&T Park. In fact, I believe the mailing address for the Giants here is actually Willie Mays Plaza.
Yes. Kind of odd that Gaylord's actually has something that appears to be dripping from the baseball.
Swing and a miss. Players down on strikes. And 3 punch outs for Bumgarner, heading to his total of 205 in National League and American League play this year. 1 out. Ender Inciarte got off to a great start again today. He's our Georgia Lottery feature.
And again, he's hit in 9 straight games. He started another streak. In the last 5 games, 9 for 20 with damage.
Batted all up and down the lineup this year for the Braves, but since the 5th of August he's batted leadoff and counting his first inning runs, 17 of them, and hitting .333 while leading off. A strike.
And I got to say, admit at the time that I think that was in St. Louis, but I'm not sure. But I wasn't crazy about the move to lead off because he was really swinging a hot bat, and it was like,
why we take him out of a run?
Yeah, just leave him where he is. He's doing just fine, but it was the smart move, the right move, and he has taken off even more from there.
And Bumgarner's got a little mad. He's retired 8 straight. Adonis Garcia, the last man to reach, he walked with nobody out in the opening inning.
Change up away now. Better shorten up that swing if he's coming in with a cutter.
Little bloop behind first, but that's going to bounce just foul.
Boy, that's close. Adonis at times has a very long swing. Big, high, full finish and everything. And if you take a big, long swing at this guy, he will eat your lunch. That cutter just doesn't give you time to get the barrel to the baseball.
To short. Crawford handles the 4th hop, and his throw is low but dug out at first. And Madison Bumgarner's retired 9 straight. He enjoys a 1-run lead. Top of the Giants orders coming up.
Braves baseball is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day.
I think there's only one person I know that could blow that up. He's down there in the radio booth.
Denard Span leads off. And a fly ball hit toward left center. Enciarte on a sprint, can't get it. That's going to bounce off the wall. Kemp will pick it up on the warning track, and Denard Span leads off with an extra base hit. So the Giants as a team have hit for the cycle, and Span's aboard trying to help extend a 2-1 lead.
Belt ambushed a fastball for the triple. That looked like a sinker that stayed up. It was running away from him, but he hit it hard the other way. And just out of the reach of Ender. So it was 89 miles an hour, sinker. I think we're learning something about what the Giants want to do early in the count.
Pagan will try to get Span to third or bring him home, and a strike. Catches the outside corner. Pagan struck out his first time up. Blair got out of the first inning with a 1-0 lead. The Giants cashed in a couple of runs in the second, threaten again here in the third. Back to the mound, and Blair gets the first out. That helps. Here's Posey. Posey broke his back but singled to left in the opening inning.
We talk about it, I think, every time we play the Giants, but what a steal he was in the draft when it had been put out there that he had a number in mind that was going to take to sign, and teams shied away from him. The Giants snapped him up.
And he just got hit.
He must have gotten him a lot more solidly than it looked. I thought it grazed him. Oh, elbow. I thought it got him in the hip. No elbow pad. No wonder it hurt.
Posey was the 5th pick in the 2008 draft.
That was a steal. He was projected to be 1-1.
That was Tim Beckham, who went to Tampa Bay, 1-1, and Beckham has not done much. Pedro Alvarez the 2nd pick, Eric Hosmer of the Royals 3rd, Brian Mattis 4th.
Well, with 3 world championships under his belt, I'd say that people look back and think, huh, maybe we should have picked him.
One ball, no strikes for Brandon Crawford. 2 on. A little low. If memory serves, the Braves did not have a first-round pick that year. Their first selection was the 40th overall pick. It was a compensation pick, and they took Brett Duvall. Crawford tapped back to the mound in the opening inning. There could use a double play ball here. 2 on, 1 out. Instead, he gets a fly ball to center. Enciarte got a great jump, and he makes the play rather easily. Got a long way to go, though. 2 outs.
Another mislocation down the middle. Fortunately, Crawford didn't square this up. He didn't hit it hard, but he did hit it pretty well, and Enciarte made a nice running catch. But look at the spot. Right down Broadway.
So Aaron fortunate there. Now he's got 2 outs.
This guy jumped on the first pitch last time around. Good call by Anthony Recker.
Belt has 14 homers this year. His big league high is 18. He did that last season and hit .280.
So here's the 2-0 count. Trying to do some damage control here. This does not call for one down the middle. Make that same pitch, that good sinker or a changeup even.
Parker's on deck.
You look nervous. Don't give in to Belt. Not 3-0. Wow, he was taken all the way, wasn't he?
Thank you.
Well, same thing applies. Maybe a breaking ball. If you've got confidence that you can put it in a spot where he'll swing.
Fly ball center. Inciarte's going to catch that, and that retires the side. Player pitches out of 2 on, 1 out trouble. It's still a 2-1 game.
The 4th inning, and we all know about the horse on the mound in Madison Bumgarner, but you know about the baby giraffe. Chip and Joe mentioned it yesterday. Brandon Belt's nickname that was dubbed to him by the broadcasters after he made a spot start in left and made an awkward catch, and that nickname has stuck. It stuck so much that a local zoo actually named a new baby giraffe after him. You see fans all over the stadium dressed up as giraffes. He has a picture of a giraffe in his locker that their sideline reporter's daughter actually drew for him, and he really embraces it. But one thing, when his son Grayson was born, they said, well, now you're Papa Giraffe, so you have graduated from your nickname of Baby Giraffe. But nonetheless, like I said, he embraces it, and the fans love it.
That's a great story, Kelsey. Thank you very much. We talked about it last night, too, with the Kung Fu Panda, Pablo Sandoval, a former Giants third baseman.
You know what I hear here from the fans, maybe more than anywhere else, and I don't know if it's because of the location of our crowd mics, and it might be the people I'm hearing say this, might be guys in the dugout, I'm not sure. But I hear them calling their players by name. Like when Panic was up earlier, I heard some guy say, come on, Joe. Come on, Brandon. And it's real obvious. If you're at home plate, you're certainly going to hear that.
I think that's the inherent beauty of this ballpark, not just what you see outside the gates here, which is spectacular, but this truly is an intimate ballpark. And the fans are right on top of the action. Every time we show you those aerial shots, you can see how they had to shoehorn this facility into the China Basin area. Boundaries of the water and very busy throughway and rail line behind our broadcast area.
Yeah, that California Transit out there is awesome for this park.
Spectacular, isn't it? And here's our perch right behind home plate. As Freeman takes high, 3 balls and a strike.
Well, Kelsey showed us that area out in right field too, that SunTrust Park is going to have some of that below the chop house. It's called under the chop, where you can sit right at ground level and watch the game for a time through the fence. You feel like you're playing right field.
Full count for Freddie. And a mile-high pop-up. Panic was playing in shallow right. Parker comes over to help him. And he staggers a bit under the stiff breeze, but makes the play. And that's 10 straight retired by the Giants starter, Madison Bumgarner.
Speaking of right field, I was asking Matt Kemp about the fans giving him grief last night after the homer. He said, yeah, I did make it hard on myself, which Kelsey also told us about during the game last night. And he said, this is the first game I've ever played in left field. And I said, well, I would think that would be worse. There's so many more people right there behind you.
Another pop-up. This one's going to carry out to Parker in right.
He said, no, right's worse. He said, and I don't know why. He said, if you feel like in right field, they're just on top of you because of the Levi's landing out there.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They are right on top of you. I would think that'd be the tougher angled field to play. You've got the triangle in right center, the 421 mark, the odd angle of the wall at the 365 sign, the chain link fencing and the padding where the fans look through the gates. Bumgarner rolling. He's set down 11 straight.
And it's only 309 to the base of the fence in right field. 309. That fence is about, what, 20 feet high? 24, of course, for Willie Mays.
Two o'clock local time here in San Francisco. Joe, Kelsey, and Chip with you from AT&T Park. Our final visit with the Giants this year. 2-1 San Fran. We're in the fourth. And once again, we're getting the best of Madison Bumgarner. He's 6-0 in his last 7 starts against the Braves. He's given up 10 earned runs in his last 50 innings. Slowly hit towards second and Panic with the peg. 12 up, 12 down after a productive first inning for the Braves. Giants are coming up in the fourth with a 1-run lead.
Baseball is sponsored by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places. The Georgia Lottery and Synovus, the bank of here.
For you millennials out there, that is called Alcatraz, otherwise known as the Rock. as Aaron Blair goes to work in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-1. San Francisco the lead. Parker, product of the University of Virginia, did something that no Giant rookie in the history of the franchise has ever done last year. Last September 26th, he hit 3 homers in a game. They've had plenty of 3-homer games, but never before by a first-year player.
That's impressive.
It came against the Oakland A's right across the bay. The most ever homers hit by a Giant in a game was 4. Willie Mays hit 4 homers against the Milwaukee Braves April 30th, 1961. And that's smoked into center field, a leadoff single.
They keep getting that leadoff man on and putting Aaron in the stretch and having him work a little harder. He started him with a changeup, and a good one after a couple of first pitch extra base hits. And that was just a good piece of hitting, covering that outside pitch.
3 straight innings where the first batter is reached for San Fran. Now Joe Panik, the batter. And he had a home run last time up. Panik's a first rounder. They took him 29th overall in 2011. Out of Hopewell Junction, New York, and St. John's University. Cause for concern for Panik last year. He played 100 games. Back problems cost him 62 games last year. I hate seeing young players with back issues. And when he played, he was the backbone defensively. Just 2 errors in 100 games. Fly back toward us. Can the fans below make the grab?
That was a 7th 2-0 count for Blair already. But only down a run.
Nunez, then Bumgarner for the Giants. Swing and another high drive deep toward right. Markakis will watch this one. Hit off the top of the wall and go.
Up and cutting to the barrel of the bat. That's the 3rd home run Panik's hit off Aaron Blair. 2 today.
And maybe it didn't bounce. It might have just gone into the first row of seats. First career multi-homer game for Panik, who's now in double digits as a big leaguer. And the Giants have extended their lead to 4-1. Grounded to the left side. Garcia cuts it off. Stumbled as he threw, and that cost him. Nunez lost the helmet, but he's safe at first on an infield hit.
Couldn't quite get it out of the glove cleanly. I just went back in my scorebook and looked at the game on June 2nd that Aaron Blair started against the Giants. And Joe Panik hit a home run in the 5th inning, and that was the last inning that Aaron Blair pitched. So Panik has hit 3 home runs in his last 3 at bats against Aaron Blair.
So Bumgarner now staked to a 3-run lead. Has a runner at first and nobody out. Recker with the ball in the dirt makes a perfect strike to second as Nunez tried to move up.
How'd you like that throw?
A lot.
My goodness, he put that on the money. Good block to begin with. Slider, great block, right at his feet. Great throw.
So Blair can go back to the windup with Bumgarner out there. Mentioned Madison has 3 long balls this year. He has 14 in his career. He's 1 away from tying Johnny Antonelli and Hal Schumacher for the most career homers by a Giants pitcher in the history of the franchise.
You know how we complain about stolen base attempts and some guys getting charged with a stolen base attempt because, well, situation, we could recap it. Nunez does not get charged with a stolen base attempt there. I don't know what he was doing. He was just running, I guess.
Yes. Ball in the dirt. I guess he was trying to move up on a wild pitch, right?
Except that there wasn't one.
Yes, exactly. Two balls, 2 strikes. And Blair's gone full to the pitcher. Span is next. Giants have hit 2 homers, both by Joe Panik, their second baseman. And a swing and a miss.
Madison Bumgarner's a good hitter. For a pitcher, he's an excellent hitter. Very strong. And you know that old saying, swing hard in case you hit it? I think he invented it.
And he was serious about wanting to partake in the home run derby, we understand. And he had no desire to compete with the other pitchers. He wanted to go up against the big boys.
Right.
As Denard Spans the batter. And there are a couple of doves that are foraging for grass seed right down the third base line, about 20 feet from home plate.
Pigeons.
Yep. Oh, they look like doves.
Well, I know. You're a hunter. The other day during batting practice, one of the groundskeepers was chasing them, was shooing them away. He said, we just put out grass seed and now the pigeons are eating it all.
And foul back. It's 1-2. Well, they've got to come in and forage first because they know the Seagulls are coming later.
Oh, that's right. There won't be anything left.
Nothing left.
Ahead in the count here. Let's see what he does to try to put him away.
Big difference in success for Fultonevich and Blair. Mike had 1-2-0 count last night. And this one's hit high in the air, deep toward right. That one's going to go. You pitch behind, you're going to get walloped. And the Giants have hit 3 home runs today.
That looked like a changeup in the middle. If you didn't know better, you'd think that Span was looking for it.
So the Braves bullpen will get busy. The Giants extend their lead. It's 5-1 here in the 4th. And Angel Pagan is 0-2. And he jumps all over a pitch, drives that one deep to right. And on the warning track, Markakis is there, and that retires the side. 3 runs, 4 hits, a pair of homers, 2 by Joe Panik today. We head to the 5th. Let's flash back to Aaron Blair's last look at the Giants. This is what Joe was talking about. Joe Panik.
That was back in early June. This is today. First time he's seen Aaron Blair since that home run in Atlanta. This is the next at bat. Homered in the 2nd, homered in the 4th. 3 straight at bats against Aaron Blair and gone deep by Joe Panik.
So Atlanta's got its work cut out for it as we head to the 5th inning. Trailing by 4 runs to Madison Bumgarner, who's retired the last 12 hitters in a row. Racker, Beckham, and Darno are coming up.
See if the Braves can get that offense cranking even against a good pitcher and get a couple of those runs back, because his last 7 against the Braves have been all Bumgarner.
Atlanta had their way with Madison in his first 3 decisions. He was winless, but he's run the table since. And he's got a big lead today, trying for his 13th victory. Recker fouls that one at the plate. Are you surprised you don't hear as much about Bumgarner in the Cy Young race in the National League?
Not this year. I mean, his ERA is fabulous, 2.44, batting average against 2.12. Those things tell you that he's still the same guy, and he's struck out. He's 3rd in the league in strikeouts. But because he's 12-8, he's not going to get that kind of recognition. And maybe that's unfair.
Yeah, among the ban the win stat people, that's a perfect example. Bumgarner 2nd in the league in ERA, 1st in complete games, 1st in starts, 2nd in innings, 3rd in strikeouts, 2nd best home ERA, 2nd best day ERA.
4 complete games, 1 shutout.
Full count for Recker, and that missed high. That snaps Bumgarner's impressive streak, and a leadoff walk has the Braves in business here in the 5th.
Microphones also pick up things you don't want to hear.
Beckham grounded out to short his first time up. Lined over second. That'll get down for a hit. Recker's going to turn and throw out an anchor. And 2 are on with nobody out. So Gordon Beckham's got a hit.
Nice decision by Recker.
Chase Darno's the batter. He was ahead in the count 3-0 before striking out looking in the 2nd. Brandon Snyder's grabbed a bat. He's on deck, and it appears he'll hit for Aaron Blair. Popped up. That's an infield fly. So 2 on, 1 out. And Snyder will hit with Recker still at 2nd, Beckham at 1st. Braves fly home after the game this afternoon. Off day tomorrow, then real quick series with San Diego. 2 night games on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday a noon start, and then we're back on the road for another week. So 2 on for Snyder. Aaron Blair's line today: 4 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, 3 homers, and a hit batsman. .67 pitches, 38 strikes.
Boiled down primarily to lack of location,
which quite frankly has been the story for Aaron since he debuted with the Braves,
and for most of the Braves' young starters.
Yeah. Fouled at plate. And Snyder now a 2-ball, 1-strike count.
That's another thing a cutter will do for you. Allow you to just hammer balls off your feet and shins.
Up over the screen and back out of play. 2-2. Braves got Bumgarner for a run in the first inning. A leadoff triple came home on a Kemp sacrifice fly. He stabbed at that pitch and it missed. Full count.
Third in the league in strikeouts and down by 4 runs. It's kind of hard to send people.
Recker at second, Beckham at first. Both have huge leads. They're not going, and the pitch is grounded toward Crawford at short. Second for 1. A turn to first in time. It's an inning-ending double play for Madison Bumgarner, who had 2 on, nobody out, and pitched out of the mess. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Fifth, they'll face a new Braves pitcher. It's Ian Cole's turn. He follows Aaron Blair, who lasted 4 in Game 3.
47th appearance for Ian Cole. Just his second appearance on this road trip. He had a really rough outing at Arizona on the 24th. A third of an inning, 4 hits and 3 runs.
Posey, Crawford, and Belt are coming up for San Francisco.
And he's got an elbow guard on now.
It's because Blair hit him on the elbow last time up. Mister also has a first inning single. And that's into the second deck. Strike 1. Giants are trying to get on a roll with a little more than 1 month of baseball left. He's hitting over 360 in his last 22 games. He's 8 for his last 17 coming into today's play. Only 13 RBIs in that stretch. And it's all there for the taking for San Francisco. 19 of their last 33 games are against teams below 500.
And they've got a good team record, don't they, against sub 500?
46 and 30. And they do have 2 series left with the Dodgers, whom they trail by a couple of games in the West. Pitch. Tied him up. Did he go? He did not. One of the great offensive catchers in the history of the game. That's our cold hard facts brought to you by Coors Light.
Since 1950, career batting average, only Joe Mauer is ahead of him by 1 point.
Sharply hit to second, but Buster Posey will be an easy out. And Kroll gets his first man. 1 man down. Crawford's 0 for 2. Tapper to the mound and a fly out to center. The Giants are off tomorrow as well. They've got 2 with the Diamondbacks. Then they've got a tough road trip ahead. 4 at Wrigley with the Cubs. Then 3 in Denver against the Rockies. That'll conclude the first week of play in September for San Francisco.
So Bumgarner's next start rather will be against the Cubs.
Who are taking on the Dodgers this afternoon. Pitch inside. For Crawford, even count. Marlins lost again. Padres beat them 1-0 last night. San Diego 3, Miami 1 today. Marlins, Mets, Pirates, Cardinals, Giants all in the wild card hunt in the National League.
It's like the Pirates are the only winner today. I can't find St. Louis's score. Mets lost.
Yeah, they're on the far left, right under Levi's. Oakland beat them 7-4. And St. Louis. Cardinals have had a rough year at home this year. To short. Garneau to his right. Throws off stride and no chance to get Crawford. Infield hit for the Giants shortstop. And here's your postseason picture up to the minute in the National League.
Pirates moving on up with the Marlins and Mets scuffling the last couple of days. Well, today anyway, and 2 days ago I know it was a problem for both of those clubs. Giants are sitting pretty one way or the other right now.
It's a big win for the Pirates today. They swept Milwaukee Brewers in Miller Park, which is
that never happens, does it?
They entered play today 20-64 there. So the good news is they took care of business in Milwaukee. The bad news is Garrett Cole's got a bad elbow. He's getting it checked out. He's getting a second opinion, as a matter of fact.
Just when they got Tyon back.
Yeah.
Ivan Nova's been pitching well for them after they got him in the deal.
And he started today. And if he got the decision, he'll run to his mark to 4-0. It's going to be a crazy finish in the National League wild card.
Yeah, when I say sitting pretty, if you're the Giants, that doesn't mean they'll take the wild card. Nobody wants to play a one-game playoff. Much rather win the division.
They need to get that guy back, and they need to get on a roll. A strike. Belt now a 3-1 count. Didn't like the call.
Now they're calling Stu by his first name. Cut at that, didn't he?
Sure did. Brandon Belt's another man that was drafted by the Braves. They took him in the 11th round a few years ago. Obviously, he didn't sign. Went to college. Salivate, if you will, over a potential infield of Brandon Belt and Anthony Rendon. Another player picked, but who didn't sign and went to college at Rice. Broken bat, liner toward short. Well played by d'Arnaud. There's one, but Belt beats the wrap at first base. He tried to deke Brandon Belt into stopping running. No such luck. The Braves do though get the force at second base. And here's Parker. Parker's 27 years old. And off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes.
At times we've seen Ian Crow's fastball in the 94 to 95 range. It's right around 92 today.
And took off Recker's mask. Anthony's all right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parker's had an interesting career, as we told you. Hit the 3 home runs in his rookie season. He also got called up to the big leagues for 1 day in 2014. He didn't appear in the game. But you know what that 1 day in the big leagues earned him?
A ring.
He got a World Series ring just for getting a chance to come to the big leagues for a day.
He sure is fidgety.
Could you imagine if Mark Melanson faced this guy?
Yeah, pitchers I get, hitters I don't get the.
Little roller. Beckham charges at second, has to hurry his throw, and Parker. And the Giants are finished in the fifth. Top of the order coming up for the Braves. It's a 5-1 game. Okay, Andre, thank you very much. They've had a great series in LA so far. The Dodgers won 3-2 last night. There's a shot hit deep to right field. That's going to one-hop the fence. And Ender Inciarte has another extra base hit. A triple, a run, and a leadoff double here in the sixth. Ball is jumping off his bat.
I mean to tell you, there's nothing that Bumgarner's throwing him today that he's not right on. Got one up, didn't miss it. Swing it.
Well, let's see if the Braves can get something going here. They're down 4 runs after 5. Garcia's walked and grounded to short.
He had sunglasses on his first 2 at bats. I don't see them here.
Even count.
We were told before the game that Matt Moore, after he was acquired from Tampa Bay, didn't pitch well for the Giants. He was really struggling. And then, of course, almost threw a no-hitter at the Dodgers just a couple of nights ago. But before that start down in the bullpen, he was seen talking to Madison Bumgarner. And Bumgarner was talking to him about.
Up the middle and Panic. Great stop behind the bag and Belt the long scoop. That might have saved a run for the moment. Inciarte to third. Garcia's retired on a nice play up the middle.
That was a nice play. Good range by Panic here, robbing Garcia of a hit. Anyway, they were talking about, Bumgarner was talking about hand position. It was obvious they were talking about pitching and about how he holds his cutter, and lo and behold, Matt Moore goes out his next start and almost throws a no-hitter.
What a way to pick up your first win as a Giant, huh? Beat the Dodgers and almost no-hit them. So Freddie with an RBI chance. Inciarte with a gigantic lead at third base with one out. Freddie has hits in 17 of 20 games in this ballpark entering play today. Looking for his first against Bumgarner, and that's upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, it's a 5-1 game. It's not 10-1. And getting that runner in from third base might be a big difference maker later on.
Not a strike.
Freddie hasn't really flinched on anything in. He threw him a fastball up and in. He barely moved. He threw him the breaking ball in. He barely moved. It was apparent that he was looking for something away. He got it away, and it wasn't a great pitch, but because he was looking that direction, he went after it and missed.
Fly ball center, well hit. Span on the run to the warning track, to the wall. It is gone. A 2-run home run.
I didn't see that coming.
Neither did Bumgarner. That quiets this crowd, and the Braves are right back in the game. It's a 5-3 score.
But he did get something away. I think Posey was set up like they were going to kind of take him a little farther out, but he left it up. I can't believe this ball jumped out of here. That was a short, quick finish. Shorter than usual on the follow through for Freddie. And right out in the kale pasture. Man, oh man. The ball game. Got a ball game.
Jumping off Freddie's bat. As Posey takes a shot, that scatters the pigeons. And it's a strike to Matt Kemp, who, along with Freddie Freeman, is near the top of the leaderboard on most road homers.
Yeah, don't say that Chris Bryant only hits homers at Wrigley.
That's a fair ball. Diving stop, Nunez. Long throw, and he got him. What a great play at the hot corner by Nunez. He doesn't get that. Kemp standing at second base, and the big crowd on its feet after a marvelous play.
You bet. They all got up on this one. And look at that throw, how accurate. What a great play.
So Kemp robbed of a hit. That restores a little more order for the Giants, and Nick Markakis is the batter. You'd have told me that approaching the end of August, after the start that Freddie Freeman had, he'd have 27 homers and 64 RBIs. I'd have said, I don't think so.
No. It's only the 4th homer given up by Bumgarner to a left-handed hitter.
So with the homer, Freeman is on pace for 82 extra base hits. And a 2-0 count for Markakis as the Giants bullpen begins to stir. Pitch at the knees, or maybe a little below.
for Strickland.
Bumgarner's due third in the home sixth. His lead now 2 runs. Fly ball, Parker in right, charging near the line. He'll get there, and that retires the side. A leadoff double by Inciarte, and then Freddie Freeman with a home run. The 2 lefty bats make it a 2-run game.
Hyundai Sunday on Fox Sports South is presented by your local Hyundai dealers.
Sean Farnham with some more great photography for you here on Fox. Beautiful view of the cable car ride. Moving away from the wharf. Joe Panik takes one up and in from Ian Kroll. Panik has hit 2 homers today.
It's funny. I know that Shearwater has missed a couple of pitches early, but the ones the Giants have complained the most on have been strikes. Have actually been good calls that they thought were balls, at least according to our Fox tracks. And I know he missed a couple early, but not too bad since.
Into the big crowd. A fan from Redwood City, California made the play.
Kayak Marina. I love that inflatable float thing. That was great.
Up the middle. Beckham surrounds, can't get rid of it. And panics aboard for a third time.
Well, I thought Gordon was about to turn the trick on Panic after he robbed Garcia of a base hit in the same general vicinity. But he couldn't get a grip on the baseball.
So Panic's aboard to start the Giants' sixth inning. Eduardo Nunez made a great play at third a moment ago. He's 1 for 2 at the plate. And that's foul back. Bumgarner is on deck. The Giants have the lead. He's got the 6, 7, 8 hitters scheduled in the 7th. And even if Bruce Bochy thinks about taking him out, Bumgarner can act as his own pinch hitter.
It's like Chaz Rowe beginning to throw in the Atlanta bullpen. Funny story about Jose Yepes, who is the bullpen catcher along with Alan Butts. Friday night, the first game, they were warming guys up, and Yepes said, "This is it. I mean, we're right here." He said, "If they throw one away," and that's Allen doing the catching right now, but Yepes said, "I got to play it like it's the 9th inning with a runner at third."
Yes, you do. No balls, 2 strikes. Well, you'd think you would have had practice. The Braves have already been to Wrigley Field, right?
Yeah.
Where the bullpen mounds are even closer to the stands than they are here in San Fran. Oh, and 2. And he chased, and Kroll strikes him out. 1 on, 1 away. Here comes Madison Bumgarner, who has struck out twice. Bouncing ball left side. Garcia knocks it down. Seat of his pants. Throw to second. Got his man. What an incredible play.
Goodness gracious. No argument from Panic. It wasn't even in his glove. He corralled it and made an accurate throw. Nice job by Gordon Beckham to play like a first baseman there. And a quick call from Laz Diaz. Wow, what a play.
So that's the second out of the inning. Bumgarner's at first base. And Denard Span's the batter. He's doubled and homered. Pushed off the plate. Ball 1. Denard Span broke in with the Twins back in 2008. Like his teammate Joe Panic, today he set a new single season high for most home runs in a season. His previous high was 8 in 2009. His 4th inning shot was his 9th. Swing and a miss. We saw Denard a lot with the Nationals the last couple of years. Last season, an injury-plagued campaign. He managed only 61 games.
He's hit the ball hard 3 times today. Remember, he led off the game with a line drive that Beckham speared.
Down the left field line. 3 separate trips to the DL for Denard Span last year. Hip problems, back problems, and core muscle problems.
And yet he got a 3-year deal here.
Yeah. For 2018. Let's go back a year. 2014, he had 302, had 184 hits, scored 94 runs, and stole 31 bases. The Giants are banking on more performances like that.
Wide.
Freddie Freeman will play behind Bumgarner with Pagan on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 5-3 Giants. And a little tapper back to the mound is going to end the inning. 2 very effective frames for Ian Kroll. He'll turn things back over to the Atlanta offense. Anthony Recker leads off. It's 5-3. That Lego Madison Bumgarner before the first pitch.
That is amazing, isn't it?
And posing with his creation.
It's almost like a pixel picture. I wonder how long that took.
Well, that little kid did it in 6 innings.
Did he?
Yeah.
He started at the beginning of the game?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm impressed.
Well, the Braves are in this game. They've been out hit 10-4. They've been out homered 3-1. They're trailing 5-3. And we've reached the 7th inning. Anthony Recker will lead off. How would you evaluate Bumgarner's performance to this point?
Well, after the first batter and the walk to Garcia, he was amazing. Retired 12 in a row. The last 2 innings, he hasn't hit his spots very well, and the Braves have gotten some hits and 2 hard hit balls last inning. He's very fortunate that it wasn't a 3-run homer after Panic made the good play on Garcia to save a hit.
And isn't it funny, no matter a pitcher's pedigree, whether it's a rookie, a Cy Young Award winner, World Series champion, if you miss your spots, you're going to get whacked.
Yep.
It happened to Aaron Blair today, who allowed 3 homers in his 4 innings. Ian Kroll 2 scoreless frames. And now Record, Beckham, and d'Arnaud will try to edge the Braves closer. Mile high pop. And bright sunny skies greet Joe Panic, who says he's got it, and he does, for the first out.
Boy, he's had to deal with about 3 high pop-ups. He's only thrown 92 pitches here in the 7th inning. That's not bad. But he's had to work 6 2-0 counts, 5 3-2 counts. Again, not hitting his spots to put away hitters.
Gordon Beckham is 1 for 2 today. And an even count. That's headed for the seats behind the Braves on deck circle. Butter-fingered fan from San Francisco just botched it. Just flat out dropped it.
Well, he's from Bellflower. Butter-fingered fan from Bellflower.
That happy fan came away with a baseball. The 1-2 pitch is popped up. Posey behind the plate at the netting. He will have a play. That's another thing you really notice about this park. We talked about it on the bus ride over from the team hotel. What a young, enthusiastic crowd they have.
It is. You're right.
Love their game presentation. Love their in-game features. Love how everybody's wearing the Giants uniforms. Strike 3 takes care of Beckham. 2 outs.
Yeah, that one was off the plate, so Bumgarner ought to be happy about that one.
His 4th strikeout.
Yeah, that never had the plate.
And for their fans who suffered for so many years at Old Candlestick Park, to move from that giant multi-purpose stadium out on Candlestick Point to this downtown baseball-only facility with these views, it really was a game changer. This one's hammered down the left field line and fair for d'Arnaud. He's on his way to second, maybe more. He's going to turn and stop with a 2-out double. So Dansby Swanson was in the on-deck circle, but he's going to be brought back. It's going to be Jace Peterson.
Now that's the same pitch, almost the identical pitch that he took for a called 3rd strike his first time up. That cutter down and in, and that time he pulled the trigger and roped it.
Interesting strategy for Brian Snitker. Not the rookie right-hander Dansby Swanson, but left-hand hitting Jace Peterson here. Inciarte has 2 hits. Freeman has a homer. So Bumgarner hasn't exactly dominated the left-handed bats in the Braves lineup today.
Well, he's got 4 strikeouts, and I'll say only 4 strikeouts. It's not many for him against a lineup today that had a ton of lefties.
And here's one reason why Brian Snitker calls on Peterson. Jace is 3 for 9 against him. So got that track record as opposed to a first-year player. And with those numbers so close, it is almost pick your poison against the Giants lefty. He's quickly ahead 0-2. Jace is 4 for 12 so far on the road trip. He fought off a breaking ball to stay alive. 1-2.
A lot of pitchers use a big glove, sometimes if for no other reason than for self-defense if they need it, but also to help hide the baseball and change grips, what have you. I can't tell if Bumgarner's got a small glove and boy, he rams his right hand up into that thing, or if he just makes it look small.
That's a big man out on the mound. 6'5", 250.
And that's a pretty small glove. Andy makes it look smaller. There you go.
Wind blowing out toward left. The 1-2. Floats up there, and Peterson fought that off. Good at bat for Jace here in a pinch in the Atlanta 7th.
Bumgarner even sold that slow curve with a grunt when he released it. This would be a sweet run to pick up right here. 2 outs, nobody on, get a double and an RBI. It'd be great.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Good take. I know it was up out of the zone by a good margin, but that's tough one to lay off when you see it so well.
Jace has run the count full. Here it is. And he chased a bad ball. 8 pitches in that sequence, and Jace Peterson strikes out, and we head to the 7th inning stretch. Madison Bumgarner with a workmanlike performance leads 5-3 with 5 strikeouts against the Braves today.
As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, and we saw Matt Kemp's home run ball land in center field in the Garden yesterday, so I went today and checked it out. Now, it's actually the 2nd year for this Garden, which offers fans a healthier way to eat at the ballpark. They produce and harvest all of these different things there that is put into their food, their salads, their smoothies, Garden-inspired refreshments. And a really cool fact about this is that Hunter Pence and a few of the other guys on the Giants, they're vegetarians. So they were really big advocates for this, pushing for their fans to have another way to eat healthy here at the baseball game.
Tell you what, Kelsey, if you want to bring me some of those olives and the tomatoes and mozzarella, I'm all over that.
I went and got a strawberry basil smoothie without the basil, so I am currently enjoying that right now.
That's normally called a strawberry smoothie.
Yeah, we had to play it by what it was on the menu, Joe.
Oh, okay. How about the first Chaz Rose into the game? I don't think I've ever seen a draft beer with a slice of watermelon on it.
No, that's different.
It's a little different.
I love that Garden. That's terrific.
Well, we got a good game going here in San Fran. Bottom of the 7th. Chaz Rowe, the 3rd pitcher for the Braves. Pagan, Posey, and Crawford coming up for San Francisco. Little tapper off the plate. Chaz has it, and he's going to apply the tag for the first out.
Can't get much better than Chaz has been since he joined the Braves. 8 outings, all scoreless. 10 strikeouts in 8 2/3 innings.
So if you were so inclined, you could say that Rowe has been excellent in relief. If you were so inclined.
See, Charlene laughed again.
Yep.
She really will laugh at anything.
She is an easy mark. And that's off Recker's glove, but it's still a strike.
Really, when we go down and start ranking our stage managers, it's all about, do they laugh at our
stupid
stuff? Yeah.
She's at that top
right
of
up
the
at the
list.
top. First round draft pick.
Yep. The one and only. That is one of the great parts of our job, is not only getting a chance to call Major League Baseball, see great cities, interact with great. We work with some really great people.
Sure do.
And the shame of it is we only get to come out to San Francisco once a year. Not like the old days when you make 2 or 3 trips out here. But going back 20, 30 years on our Braves telecasts, we've had some great people work with us upstairs and in the truck. And it's an honor to call them our friends.
Yeah, these folks here, they do double duty. They do the A's games a lot too. So a lot of these folks, including Charlene, I've known for 30 years back when I started doing Mariners games.
And she hasn't aged a bit.
Nope.
You, however, well,
careful.
The pitch is popped up.
I don't know where you're going, but you better be careful.
An angry man ready to end the road trip.
It's been a good trip.
It has been.
Braves could come home with a winning record if they come back and win today.
But this is a real tough stretch in the schedule for the Braves.
Oh, travel-wise, it's crazy.
I mean, think about this. After the All-Star break, where the Braves had come off a 7-game trip, home for 3 games, then to Cincinnati and Colorado, and then to Minnesota. And the Phillies and Pirates at home, then a 10-game 3-city trip. Home for 6, out for 7. Home for 3, out for 6. And that gets us to September 9th, when the Braves have more home games than road games left. Is it 19 of 58 games at home in this stretch? Something crazy like that?
Yeah, I think that's right. 39 on the road.
3-2 is off the plate. Buster Posey's aboard.
That's too bad because I thought he swung at the pitch before. And if it were anybody else but Buster Posey at the plate, he might have gotten rung up by Jeff Nelson.
One on, one out. Here's Crawford, an infield hit. Back in the Giants' fifth. He's 1 for 3. Driven toward right center. That's headed toward the triangle, and it's going to bounce high off the fence. Posey around third. He'll saunter home. Crawford on his way to third. He'll slide late, and he's got a run-scoring triple. And the Giants cash in the walk. They lead 6-3.
Well, again, I thought Posey struck out, so that run somewhat tainted. 76th RBI for Crawford. Nothing tainted about this drive. Second one that's been hit deep into the corner out there today. One by Belt. Now Crawford with a triple. Long way to go for Ender to get that.
Infield comes in for Belt.
You mentioned Garrett Cole earlier. Some elbow trouble for the Pirates. Garrett Cole is actually marrying Crawford's sister in November.
Really?
Crawford and Cole were teammates at UCLA.
Two. A bouncer foul, and Belt is still alive. Braves will have the top of the order coming up in the 8th. In all likelihood, it'll be against the Giants bullpen. Bumgarner's gone 7 today. That's hooked foul. Nice grab. Will Smith appears to be the next Giants pitcher.
Oh, that's a good slider. Just a little wide. Would have been a great backdoor pitch.
From 0-2 to a full count.
Try that backdoor slider again.
Here comes the payoff pitch. call those folks the ball dudes.
Nice play by that one.
Guy down the left field line's been a Maytag repairman. Nothing's been hit his way. Quite an at-bat by Belt. You'll see a 10th pitch.
Kniff begins to loosen up. Well, he went with a four-seamer there and tried to bust him in on his hands, and he even fought that one off.
And what an at bat by Brandon Belt. 11 pitches. A breather coming for Chaz Rowe as Roger McDowell scoots out for a quick visit. We wrap up the series and road trip today in San Francisco. We'll talk about Game 3 on Braves Live, presented by Xfinity.
How about that shot for you?
Love it. Gary Lehman, our director today. What a beautiful palette to work with, huh?
Yeah. Last game for Gary for the 2016 season. We're going to miss him. I'm sure he's going to hop on one of those yachts and figure out some way to get home. And when you don't have to be anywhere for 8 or 9 months, that's kind of a nice play.
Jared Parker, the batter, first and third, one out. And a strike. Actually, it's 8 or 9 weeks for Gary. Then he'll take over and do the Hawks coverage.
He hasn't decided that's really what he wants to do.
He's got that kind of pull?
Yeah.
Sounds about right. No balls and a strike. Looking forward to our Fox Sports coverage of the Hawks this year. Dwight Howard back home. Looking forward to a fun NBA season. I think it's safe to say the fans here in this part of the country are looking forward to the NBA as well. Golden State Warriors. Fly ball right center field. Long run. Enciarte's not going to get there. 1 run scores. Here comes Belt around third. He'll be waved. The throw's coming to third. And Parker's safe with the triple. A 4, make it a 3 RBI day for Parker. And 3 runs are in the 7th. And that will be the end of the day for Chaz Rowe.
Looked like a pretty good slider. Outside part of the plate, his top hand came off the bat, but he got it out front. Didn't even really sound that good. He just hit it in the right spot. Picked up his coach at third base to see what he wanted him to do, and he kept moving.
2 triples, 2 walks in the inning. Means 3 more San Francisco runs, and the Giants have a 5-run lead. Garrett Parker's had a terrific game with 2 hits, a run, and 3 RBIs. Chaz Rowe knocked from the 7th inning. Brandon Kniff is on to face Joe Panik, who's 3 for 3 today.
In that runaway game Friday night, Kniff came in and was really good for 2 innings. No hits or runs, walked 1, struck out 2.
Two in the 2nd, 3 in the 4th, 3 in the 7th for the Giants. Braves led briefly 1-0 after an inning and a half. Got 2 back from Bumgarner in the 6th on Freddie Freeman's 2-run homer to center field. And this one's headed for center. Enciarte with a terrific running diving catch. That is a beautiful play. It's the 2nd out, but it's a sac fly, and Panik has a 4 RBI day.
I thought it was headed for the gap out there, but Ender's the one that put an end to that.
So Giants 9, Braves 3, 2 outs. And Eduardo Nunez the batter. All the fans here at AT&T Park, 41,675 of them, keep checking out the scoreboard, where the Cubs and Dodgers are in a scoreless game in the 7th. Washington fell again. It's been a rough 2-3 week stretch for Dusty Baker and the Nationals. Well hit left. Kemp is back. That ball is in the first row of seats. Nunez a homer. The Giants have hit the 2nd fewest home runs in National League play this year. You wouldn't know it today. They've hit 4 homers.
This is his 2nd as a Giant. His 14th of the year, counting his work in Minnesota. And I got to tell you, Chip, they've hit at least 2, if not 3 balls to that gap in right center that it would have been home runs at Turner Field that stayed in the park.
So Connor Gillespie is going to be the hitter. for Madison Bumgarner, who's been staked to a 7-run lead. Bumgarner is going to pick up another win against the Braves. And they'll go to 13-8 on the year, barring a huge Atlanta comeback. That's hit to left. Kemp comes in, misjudged it. That's going to roll to the wall. Gillespie on his way to second. He's going to turn and burn and head for 3. Throw to third is going to be not in time. Great umpire rotation. It was Stu Surewater, the home plate ump, who had an excellent angle and look at the play at third base. The Braves might take a peek at this as Gillespie ends up with a triple, the 3rd triple of the inning.
Fourth triple of the day for the Giants. And a little early dive there from Matt when his knee hit the ground. He went down.
So big inning plagues the Braves in the 7th. 5 runs are in. Denard Span, the 9th man to hit.
With Gillespie hitting for Bumgarner, it makes me wonder if, since his spot wasn't due up until 8 in the inning, if he just took it to the clubhouse, you know, you're out of the game. He might not have been so quick to leave if he had any thought that he might get to hit.
Span just got hit, and he's down on 2 knees. Let's see where this got Denard Span. He is up and moving slowly to first.
Left knee.
Bumgarner 106 pitches over 7 innings. And this is Gorkis Hernandez hitting for Pagan. Atlanta's bullpen will get busy again. Kniff, the 2nd pitcher of the inning.
7th and 8th inning. I think if you look back over the course of the year in games where the Braves weren't leading.
That's smoke to center. Enciarte twisting, turning, can't get it. It's going to roll to the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes Span around third. He will score standing up. A 2 RBI double.
In games where the Braves are trailing and in close within striking distance of the opponent in the 7th or 8th inning, it seems like these are the late innings where they have the big inning that takes them out of the ball game. If they're ahead, they've got Cabrera, or early in the season, Vizcaino and Johnson.
Even Grilly.
And Grilly. And with the lead, it was a different story. Behind late, it hasn't been.
No. And what was a close game at 5-3 is now turned into a Giants laugher. They've got a 7-run seventh. And they're not done yet. Buster Posey is going to hit with 2 outs. The Giants have out hit the Braves 15-5.
I had to look at my scorebook when you said the third triple of the inning. And I thought Hernandez would probably go for it too. I'm surprised he stopped. If he had made it, that might have been an all-time record.
1 ball, no strikes. Snap throw back to second and very close. Well, I think it's safe to say the all-time record for triples was set at Lefty O'Doul's a few years ago.
That's true.
And it might have been after a game like this.
That's the indoor record.
May never be broken. 2 balls, no strikes. And this is an unsolicited plug. If you ever make your way out to San Francisco, Lefty O'Doul's is a terrific watering hole in downtown. And long a favorite of the Braves. Pop fly out of play. Joe took a great picture where we remembered my dad, Pete Van Wieren, and Ernie Johnson. They used to love going in there after a game just to tell stories and talk about the game, life. I mean, it was just a great place. Still is.
Still is.
Two and two. Lefty O'Doul was a terrific player in the old Pacific Coast League, which many thought was a rival league. National League, American League, Pacific Coast League. He had the San Diego Padres, the San Francisco Seals, the Tacoma Rainiers, Oakland Oaks, among others. Ted Williams and Joe DiMaggio came from those leagues.
This whole inning got started on a 2-strike check swing non-call on Buster Posey. Otherwise, Chaz Rowe would have had retired the first 2 batters.
Mr. Posey about to see an 8th pitch. And he walks for the 2nd time of the inning. Braves have made 47 pitches in this inning, and they're going to need a 3rd pitcher to get 3 outs. Brandon Crawford will be the 12th man to hit in the inning. It's been an awful inning. 7 runs across for the Giants in the 7th. They lead at 12-3. It's time for today's Synovus Greatness Made Here feature. Synovus, the bank of here. Let's check out what's happening down in the Braves minor leagues.
First place, Rio Ruiz, last 10 games, good numbers. Mississippi also in first. Mac Povsey, last 4 starts, awesome, 193 ERA. First place, Rome Braves have Mike Soroka, real hot, to go with Kobe Allard. 5-0 for Soroka, 2.29 ERA. Great work, everybody. Aaron Blair told me that Southern Division title for Gwinnett might be decided the last weekend of the series. I got to play Charlotte, and it's down to those 2 teams.
And Gwinnett with a 1/2 game lead. As this one's hit up the middle on the first pitch, here comes Yorkis Hernandez to third. He's going to go halfway and stop. Interesting. He probably could have come home and scored, but
it's professional courtesy right there.
Yep. Not surprising from a Bruce Bochy managed team.
Ryan Weber pitched early in this road trip at Arizona. 2 1/3 innings of long relief, hitless, walkless, scoreless relief. Got 7 outs on about 20 pitches, as I recall.
Braves have thrown 48 pitches in this inning alone. And that one right over the head of Jared Parker. That was close, or at least appeared to be. No balls at a strike. Mississippi Braves have a 1.5 game lead in the second half of Southern League play. Sean Newcomb was scheduled to pitch today. Swing and a miss. Rome also with a 1.5 game lead in the second half. Max Fried with an 8-6 mark was also on the hill. Ripped into right center field. That's down for a hit. An 8-run inning. That's the 4th run charge to Brandon Caniff. The bases are still loaded, and Parker is coming up.
The 14th hitter to come to the plate. I believe if we were in Williamsport right now, this game would be over.
Hit high in the air to left. Kemp battling the sun. Still fighting it. Is there. And mercifully, the inning comes to a close. 14 Giants come to the plate. 8 of them score. Bobby Cox, Saturday, September 17th. First 20,000 fans will get a Bobby Cox carried off bobblehead. Brought to you by Coca-Cola and Delta Airlines. Braves.com/tickets, the place to go to get your seats today. The Giants flotilla awfully happy. It's a 10-run lead as Gorkis Hernandez takes over in right field. Jared Parker moves from right field to left. Trevor Brown is behind the plate in place of Buster Posey. And new pitcher on the mound for San Francisco. Another lefty, Will Smith.
He worked an inning last night. Today will be outing number 40 for him total between Milwaukee and San Francisco. He had a 1-2-3 eighth inning last night. Hinder had a good day off Bumgarner. A double and a triple in 3 trips.
Brown couldn't hang on. 1 ball, 1 strike. Three balls and a strike. And Inciarte with a leadoff walk after the Giants scored 8 runs. That's not going to endear Will Smith to his manager. So Adonis Garcia, the batter. And a strike. The Dodgers bat in the 8th inning with the Cubs. Still no score. Oakland beat the Cardinals 7-4. Colorado beat the Nationals 5-3. Padres 3, Miami 1. Arizona all over the Reds 9-2 in the 8th.
So the Pirates gained a game on everybody in the wild card
because they swept Milwaukee today 3-1.
Except for San Francisco.
And the Mets lost 5-1 to the Phillies this afternoon. Braves and Padres on Tuesday in Atlanta. Hope you'll join us. Pitching matchups for that series have been set. Julio Teheran and Edwin Jackson in game 1. Adonis didn't get that. He is struck out. Matt Whistler, Paul Clemens square off on Wednesday at 7:10, and then Thursday Joel De La Cruz and Jarrett Cozart will meet in a 12:10 business fan special. Then we hit the road again. I think emotions will be high for Matt Kemp in that series. Kemp, a former Padre.
That pitch count over there for Will Smith shows 10 pitches. He threw about 110 pitches in the bullpen waiting for the bottom of the 7th to end.
Popped up. Crawford battles the sun. Glasses gleaming and makes the play. There's the second out. Freeman's retired. Freddie, those had a good road trip, including a 2-run homer today. Freeman has been scoring runs at a furious pace, 17 of them in his last 21 games. So he'll be ready to get home and ready to get after the Padres. Braves owe the Padres a little payback. They dropped 2 out of 3 in San Diego in early June. Kemp has an RBI today, his 4th of the series.
Look how wide that pitch was of the box tracks.
Yeah. Look, human nature being what it is, it's a 10-run game. Not saying it's right. Don't misunderstand.
All strikes.
What kills you is when it's a 2-run game or a 1-run game and it's as erratic as we have seen. Not so much today, but we've only seen it on the road trip for the Braves, but it's happened all around Major League Baseball. Bryce Harper got thrown out in the 9th inning of a tie game last night, arguing a pitch that he said wasn't a strike. Mike Winters threw out 4 Detroit Tigers last night.
Really?
Arguing balls and strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Kemp here. Broken bat. Dusty Baker was asked about Harper's ejection, and I thought Dusty had an excellent point. It's that time of year. It's been a hot summer. Guys are tired. They've been playing a lot of baseball. Tempers are short, and so the fuses get shorter for everybody, umpires and players alike.
Okay, so he covered for his player, but that's just downright dumb in a tie game in the 9th inning when you're the so-called best player on your team. You can't get thrown out there. That's the inexperience of that.
And the Nationals went on to lose that game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Kemp didn't get it. Will Smith pitches around a leadoff walk with a pair of strikeouts. And the Giants are coming back up in the 8th. 13-3 game. Sunday, September 11th. Ticket packages include a game ticket, a commemorative hat, and a pregame parade around the field. Go to Braves.com/grandparents. (13-3) here in San Francisco. As is the custom here, they just played Journey's hit song, Lights, with Steve Perry performing the lead vocals. Just a few more minutes left for us here in San Francisco in 2016. Just past 4 o'clock Pacific time. Braves led Madison Bumgarner after an inning. Aaron Blair, making his return from the minor leagues, gave up 3 homers. 2 of them to Joe Panik, who, as Joe pointed out, hit 3 homers in 3 at-bats dating back to his June 2nd start in Atlanta against Aaron Blair. Ian Kroll, 2 scoreless innings. Monroe and Kniff gave up 8 runs in 2/3 of an inning in the Giants' 7th, and that's where they've broken open the game. Bumgarner, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. A Freeman homer made it 5-3 as San Francisco is going to take 2 out of 3 in this series. A nice comeback for the Giants after Mike Foltynewicz dominated them last night.
Yeah, and the compliments were flowing this morning from Giants people about Mike, calling him an ace in the making.
To center, Joe Panik is retired, and there's out number 1. Panik's had a big day, 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and now Eduardo Nunez is coming up.
Fans, follow Atlanta Braves baseball live with the MLB.com at Bat app. Stay up to the moment on any moment with game day, live game video highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone and tablet. Just thought I'd give you a breather.
I needed that.
Yeah.
Ripped down the left field line. That's going to get down and roll to the wall.
Actually, he's going to need a breather. The outfielders. We may go in the clubhouse and they'll be on IVs.
11 extra base hits for the Giants today. And they're bummed out because the Dodgers just took a lead over the Cubs, 1-0 in the 8th. Here's Brown. "13 runs, 18 San Francisco hits." I'd like to say I knew how the West was going to come out at the end of the year. I really wish I did. We haven't seen the Dodgers in a while. When we saw the Giants early in the season, they were at full strength and played very well as Beckham makes a nice grab. You know, the Giants and Dodgers have 2 series left. The final games of the regular season will be here in San Francisco. And it's hard to judge the Giants right now because Bumgarner isn't really dominant like Bumgarner can be, and they don't have their team together. And so if the score in LA holds, and this one almost all completely in the win column for San Fran, it's still going to be a 2-game hole for San Francisco as far as the division is concerned. They would make the playoffs as the wild card, but they lead the Cardinals by a 1.5 games. And now 2 games over Cardinals as they lost at home.
I would venture a guess that if they come out of that next road trip against the Cubs and Rockies at, say, a 500 trip, they're going to be in good shape for the stretch drive. They got 4 in Chicago, did you say?
It is, let me check for you. Yes, 4 at Wrigley Field, then 3 in Denver, then they go to Arizona.
Okay, well, if on that road trip, include Arizona in that too because of that ballpark, if they could come out of that around 500, a little better, they'll be in good shape the rest of the way.
Ground ball to second. That takes care of Denard Span. And the Giants are finished at the plate. 13 runs, 18 hits today. We head to the ninth. Hit out to Braves Builders Day Sunday, September 18th. The Braves will take on the Nationals. Your ticket package includes a game ticket, kids workshop t-shirt, and meet and greet with the Home Depot tools. It'll be fun. Go to braves.com/builders. Gary Adrianza takes over at shortstop for San Francisco. Former Brave Corey Guerin has grabbed a baseball. He'll try to get the final 3 outs. Markakis, Recker, and Beckham, the scheduled Braves hitters.
Side arming Corey Guerin. And even from that sidearm delivery, still throwing the low 90s.
Corey missed over a month with a right shoulder strain. And now that he's moved west, like so many of his Giants teammates, he's let the hair grow. Remember, Corey was almost a buzz cut guy with the Braves.
Oh, yeah.
But you've got Parker, you've got Bumgarner, you've got Belt, you've got Crawford. And Corey Guerin too. 1 ball, 1 strike. They're in the 9th inning at Dodger Stadium. LA 1, Cubs nothing. That was John Lester and Brock Stewart. The Dodgers scored their run on a bases loaded fielder's choice. That's the only run today.
Quite a game.
The Seagulls are lined up and ready. To short. Adrianza's first chance and cleanly handled for the first out. Anthony Recker's 0 for 2. He's walked.
Markakis had a real good road trip until he got to San Francisco. He's going to finish up 1 for 12 on this series, but he's tearing it up in Arizona.
Beautiful weather expected to greet us in Atlanta. When we face the Padres, forecast Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 90 to 91 degrees.
So we won't need a sweater.
Evening time lows around 72.
Well, that's nice.
Won't cool off that much until after first pitch. It'll probably be 85, 86 degrees. Recker awaits a 1-1 count. And missed inside.
Maybe it was Tim Lincecum that got the hairdo started in San Francisco.
Yeah. Oh, was he a great pitcher here for the Giants? He went to the Angels this year. I think Tim won his first start with the Anaheim club and then didn't have much luck after that. Is he in the minor leagues now, or is he?
I don't know. I think
done.
I want to say they released him, but I don't know that for sure.
He's at Salt Lake City. Okay, so he's at AAA. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Off the end of the bat, popped to center, and that's out number 2. Well, one thing about that hairdo, on a cold night, it'll keep your neck warm.
That's true.
Jeff Samardzija, forgot about him. Beckham is 1 for 3. After today's play, all that's left for the Braves on the road are trips to Philly, Washington, New York, and Miami, all in the Eastern time zone. Atlanta has only 2 more series against teams outside the East. The Padres starting Tuesday, and then the final 3 games of regular season play against the Tigers, including the swan song for Turner Field on Sunday, October 2nd. Swing and a drive deep toward left field, at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Gordon Beckham has hit a home run. Braves were down to their last strike, and Gordon Beckham has hit his first homer since July 19th.
2-hit day for Gordon. Hanging slider above the belt. We've seen that from Guerin before. And good for Gordon.
That takes a little steam out of the crowd here in San Francisco. It's a 13-4 game. to third. That is a fair ball. Long throw. Belt handles a short hop. And the Giants take 2 out of 3 from the Braves and win 13-4. 8 runs in the 7th inning. Too much Madison Bumgarner and too much Joe Panik. Their sensational second baseman knocked in 4 runs today, including 2 homers, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th. And Joe, those are our Toyota key plays.
Well, they were the key plays, and he's just got Aaron Blair's number, and that seemed to just really rock Aaron to the point that he made some other mistakes too. 2 homers to Panik, another to Span. 2 starts against the Giants. He's given up 6 homers, 3 to Panik.
Madison Bumgarner wins his 13th. Aaron Blair falls to 0-6. The Braves drop 2 out of 3 in San Francisco and will